Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about how our strategies worked for our game plan today. The snap one and done equals your day is done. China hocus focus. We're going to talk about what we're doing in some of the Chinese names right now. Can the US really rally here if China does not? That's a question we presented yesterday, and the answer is an apparent yes. Our precise daily stock levels, our game plan and forex, as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. So many great things to discuss, as well as a major turnaround in a sector of the market known as the Chinese names. And we're going to show you how we approached it, how we predicted it, how we're furthering trying to make money on it. And we're going to share all that with you, as well as how we approach the market today. But first, before I get into that, I would like to say thank you to our friends over at the T3 Live Compliance team, who would like me to ask you to kindly pause this video, and when you are done reading, then you may continue. Thank you so much for reading that. And let's just go ahead and talk about, what happened today. And I know some of you guys were happier that I was able to start tweeting out things a lot earlier now and trying to make it easy. So, again, this is, of course, happening in the Newsbeat live room. I just want to show you because it's easier to show you a tweet than it is to actually record my voice and then play it back for you on here, which I actually don't know how to do, as weird as that sounds. Anyways, right over here, you could see 8:44 a.m. Eastern Standard. This was about, 45, 46 minutes before the market opened. I basically said, here are the names I'm watching to apply. My one and done in high 5-2. Snap for a short was a long yesterday, I pointed out, but it was a snap for a short today, and P for a long. And I shared with you snap downgrade, meaning we're looking for a short, and P upgrade, meaning we're looking for a long. So I actually ended up focusing on snap. And it just goes simply here, snap one and done equals your day is done. So I think you could pretty much guess what happened there. And it was kind of cute because I saw the majority of the options go off coincidentally in Snapchat today after the Newsbeat live room was part of it. So the one and done simply states is after the first 1 minute bar closes, short as soon as the next 1 minute bar breaks on a Newsbeat live name. Now, obviously, the names I showed you on Twitter, the same names I show you in the room. As you can see, number one there is a snap downgrade. And look what happened. Very, very simple, very easy money right over here. Put a bottom in of 9 1/4. The next 1 minute bar's bottom was 927. The next 1 minute bar's bottom was 927, and then 927 broke right over here. And I went ahead and bought puts. The majority of the people, I'm sure, in the room shorted the stock. And the cool thing about it is I bought $9 puts expiring this Friday. There were only like a couple hundred calls, a couple hundred puts volume wise that went off in the $9 strikes when I called it out. And by the time we opened it up and it kept going, like I looked over and I saw like 2,700. So I knew that, like, like we were very early in terms of the early volume within the puts there. So I bought puts. A lot of us shorted and bought puts. This is a 1 minute bar. I went ahead and I bought $9 puts at at 10 cents on the offer, and the stock plummeted to 8.93, and those puts went up to about 30 cents. So they tripled in value, or you could have made 200% net profit potential on those puts if you were in them early. And that for me was my day. I mean, by nine, I took off a massive size of my position as soon as we broke $9, and I was just like, easy money, easy money. Kept it real stupid, kept it real simple. Very, very, very easy money. I took it off just before it broke $9, so I caught well over a double. I think I sold like 25 cents, so I caught like, you know, 150% net profit, or my puts went up 2.5 times in value. Um, and it was just such a great way to start the morning. So I just wanted to show you when we're talking about the one and done, here are the names I'm wishing to apply one and done to. The truth was you could have applied it in Pandora as well. A lot of people actually told me and emailed me saying that they actually played the Pandora and they did just as well. So I figured I didn't actually play Pandora today, despite it being on my list. I don't trade everything on my list. I have a game plan and I plan to trade them, and sometimes I trade one, sometimes I trade all, sometimes some. I ended up trading Snap. So that was the one and done strategy. And if you're curious to know what these strategies actually are, there's a link in the video. I literally say one and done. Here's the free link. High five. Here's the free link. You could go ahead and read that. So one and done, we're looking for the first short of the 1 minute candle, and it worked out beautifully. High five, we basically look for the first test of the exponential 8 on a 5 minute, which happened right over here at 11:10 a.m. No, didn't hit there. 11:10 a.m. 11 to 11:05 a.m. Then it kept rallying, and you're waiting at this point for the first 5 minute bar to break, and it happened right over here through 9:11. Ironically, right? That number with the fact that September 11th just passed. $9.11 ended up breaking down, and the stock pulled to 901. I mean, the stock dropped 11% off a high five strategy. If you short it through the high five because it's a downgrade name, and it actually would have worked as well as the Fun 21. Again, all these cute little monikers are there's a full description in the video link to these videos. Now, Pandora, this is the one I didn't trade, but I thought I would go over for you just in case you said, Mark, well, what if I traded Pandora? Let's say I wasn't in the room, because if you're in the room, you know I was focused in on AMD and it wasn't anything personal. It was just over the options. And basically, you buy through the first 1 minute break of 969. You put your stop underneath the low here of 963, which would be a stop at 962. And it popped and held up all day and actually would have taken you all the way to $9.88. And believe it or not, even higher on Pandora would have actually gone up throughout the day. Actually, no. In this case, it would have taken you to 988 and then fell down. But nonetheless, for a one and done strategy, that would have been a very effective trade that you could have caught at least a good scalp in. In terms of the high five in Pandora, I want to go over that as well. So we saw that it worked in Snapchat. You're waiting on a 5 minute for the first break of the 5 minute candle after it tests the exponential 8. The exponential 8 is that little yellow line right here, moving, across the screen. So you could see it tested it right here for the first time. You're looking just for the first test. Comes in, pulls down, breaks out right here through 951, goes all the way up past $10, never looks back on the high five strategy. Meaning, if you took any of these names that we spoke about this morning, whether it was Pandora or Snap, and you applied any of these two strategies, which I clearly define and have videos actually describing what these on these videos, what a one and done and high five actually do, um, you'll actually see that you could have applied two of these strategies to each of these names and made money. So you had four potential trades, two longs and two shorts. And all four of them, in my humble opinion, were very easy to catch and very easy to make money on. So that's number one. Number two, we're gonna go right into the next thing, China Hocus Focus. And as you guys know, I was bulling up Baba recently, just constantly talking bullishly about Baba after yesterday, and I found this very interesting. Again, right over here. Again, I know I keep bringing you here. Mark, thanks for Baba. Oh, somebody actually replied. Somebody picked up calls at $1.05 and sold today at 350. See, I actually didn't even know somebody said that. So basically, right over here, you could see people obviously capitalizing. That's why I say when you're doing swing trades, be very careful. There's a lot of fluff out there. There's a lot of people out there who could show you very big P&Ls. I could show you seven-figure P&Ls. That doesn't mean anything to you. The truth is, trading the thicker names, it's kind of funny. I'm going to share with you a story in a moment, but you see right here on September 11th, right over here, right at the end of the day, I went ahead and I bought 160 calls in BABA. They doubled today, next week's 160 calls. And then what I did again was I went ahead and see, this is stuff I just read now. Mark in at $2.08. See, I paid $3.05. I said milking it yet again, and this was given at 3:28 p.m. today. And I said, milking it yet again. Want to see the analysts defend this name. Where are they hiding? I said that by the close. We'll see if they magically come out tomorrow. And I bought Baba 165 calls for next week, and I paid $3.05. And somebody replied, I'll show you the good, bad, and the ugly. It's funny, I don't even read these until now. Mark in at $2.80 on Baba, so you could see somebody got a 25-cent better price than me on my option calls. Well played. Just read your tweet. From now on, only playing your calls. Netflix puts are killing me. So he obviously decided to take Netflix puts for some reason, and he likes the consistency with our ideas. And I hope that I could just keep bringing you guys more and more of these thick, beautiful names. So it's kind of funny. I walked into a major tier one firm in New York City, and this happened back year and a half ago. And I came inside the firm and I met with the guys there. And I was sitting in a room with, a couple other people. And all the directors sat there with the exception of the CEO, who I personally met later in the other room. And they're taking our track records and they're going through it. And the first guy they were actually looking at was a dude who was able to make, $200,000 in very small cap biotech names in the past year. And the dude is like, okay, well, how did you do the year before that? And then the dude was like, well, I don't have the track record for that. And how did you do the year before? I said, I don't have the track record for that. Yes, how long were you trading? And he said, 10 years. He basically looked at it. He said, "Okay, I'm sorry, we're not interested. I apologize. Have a nice day." Goes to my track record, looks through my track record, says, "Okay, how did you do last year? Here you go." Shuffles through it for 5 minutes. How did you do the year before that? Here you go. And I don't want to go into, very deep what I actually ended up asking for. Did my sound go out? Can you guys hear me? I see frames dropping on this thing. My voice is still good. To give me my own office. They have a trading floor there, and they were going to give me like a private office there to do my thing. And I just didn't want to go to Manhattan every day. To be honest, it just wasn't even worth the money to trade, to have even all that phenomenal buying power, way more buying power than I have right now. And I just simply said it just wasn't worth it because, as somebody who is, a father, it would mean whatever little time I get to spend with my son would have been, you know, minimized even further. And I actually ended up saying no. But if you want to know what gets you to the next level, I'm telling you, it's being able to make money in a name like Baba. It's being able to make money in a name like Snapchat, even though it's a sub $10 name. I mean, a name that trades, 52 million shares. It's not considered a small cap. It's not considered, a penny stock. It's not considered one of those things, and that's what makes it very viable to take your trading to the next level. Now, you might be sitting there and you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know the importance of that, Mark, because me, I'm trying to make $5,000 a month. Let's say that's you. You're trying to make 5 grand a month as a trader. And what you don't understand is if you try to make 5 grand a month as a trader, do you notice something? You'll never make 5 grand a month. You have to shoot high. That's why when I tell you guys that you should make money 7 out of 10 trading days, every 2 weeks, you should have 7 up days, 3 down days maximum, and 2 of your up days should completely dwarf the down days you've had, at least 2 of them. And that to me is, based on my own statistical analysis, that is what makes a trader profitable. So I'm trying to bring some value to you guys who have full-time jobs already. You want real good overnights. You don't want any of the garbage out there. You don't want somebody flashing you their P&Ls for their best days and then acting like that they're some phenomenal success when in actuality the most money they make is actually pitching you and selling you the product. So again, I understand the type of stuff that's out there. I attend, over the past week, I've attended four seminars, one yesterday, two the day before, and 2 days before that. I attended these seminars and I'm looking at them and I'm shaking my head because they're just full of promise. They're full of kind words and promise. For me, somebody has to put themselves out there. I'm not looking for trade ideas. I'm looking for, somebody who could say, this is exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing it. The person is right. The person is wrong. They have my respect. They're putting themselves out there. If you're getting a product where somebody is not putting themselves out there, run away as far as you can. And that was the whole point of what I was doing in the past few weeks with this. So again, I attacked Baba yet again. I attacked Baba yet again. I mean, it's funny. Like, I actually don't see the replies until I click on the tweet. I'm not a Twitter master or pro. We just started growing this. I'll show you. We have 50 followers as of today. 50 followers. Like, I just literally like started this new venture. So I'm not acting like I have 1,000 Twitter followers. Obviously, we have a multitude times of room members. But right over here, you see, like you get the price I paid. That's so important when people are being transparent with you, because so many broadcasters out there will talk to you about a name after they're in. You get to see the price. You could look at the actual option prints and see exactly where I bought at the exact same time. So here you have somebody buying where I'm buying, $2.80, 25 cents cheaper than me. So good for them. How do you take advantage of China? So we basically called the bottom of Baba the other day, and then what happened today was FXI started exploding on the news. We are the Newsbeat room, and it was funny because we were taking advantage of Baba today. We actually started buying Baba right over here. Right over here, we started buying Baba right before it exploded up $4. We bought 10-cent lotto calls for next week, 170 calls. I paid a dime for them. They went to like 35 cents. They went up 350% in like 10 minutes. It was like money, money. That's the importance of following news. So again, there are people out there who'll say, every time you get news, it's too late. Here's the bottom line in the market. Let me teach you something. Everything works. Every single parameter, every single technical indicator, every single strategy works, every news works, fundamental works. The question is, do you know how to make it work for you and make money? That is really the question on everything. I don't use Fibonacci, for example. These are the charts I use. I even show you I don't use the Ichimoku cloud. Is the Ichimoku cloud effective? You're damn right it is. Everything is effective. The question is, do you know how to bend it to your will to make money off it? That's the only important thing. So it's not about what you use. It's do you know how to make money off what you're using consistently? And if your answer is no, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It means whatever you're doing with it doesn't work. So that's why I explained to you my strategies in the free videos that you'll find within the description link. I explained to you the algorithmic strategies that we invented here in the Newsbeat live room. That is, we proprietarily use them here and we take advantage of the markets. Again, I'm here to make money. Me personally, I'm only happy if I'm up money 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 days. For starts, I think 7 out of 10 days is a very, admirable goal to try to achieve. And there's a lot of you who have been making, this money consistently. And, you know, that is what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring you to that next level. So China names, what I think is going to happen tomorrow, and I might be wrong, and I sort of hinted at it in my tweet because I'm very good at reading analysts. They're not so difficult to read. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right. I basically said a quote here. Want to see analysts defend this name? Where are they hiding? With a little winky smiley face. Obviously, I would like to see an analyst come out tomorrow and start defending Chinese names at these levels, especially of what happened. The U.S. came out, offered an olive branch, so to speak, offered an olive branch, so to speak, on reaching out to China, trying to talk about some potential resolution of this trade war. And what you did see was you did see names like Alibaba explode. And again, this was a name that we went long yesterday. We went long again today intraday. Two times I went long, they both worked. And for a third time, I went overnight. So that's why I said milking it again because I keep coming back. Um, I keep coming back and just extracting more money from it. A precise daily stock levels. Look, this is why you need to write the precise daily stock levels. From yesterday, for example, I'll just give you an example. These levels don't always hit. They don't work 100% of the time, as does nothing in the market. But that doesn't mean there isn't a ton of value. So right over here on the spiders, we gave you a level yesterday, $288.27 as support. That was on yesterday's Newsbeat live levels. Day low of the spiders, $288.23. It went through my level 4 pennies and then bounced. You want to tell me algorithmic trend lines aren't a real thing? I know you don't. This is free. Keep a copy of it by your desk. It could only help. Sometimes it doesn't help. It never hurts, and it's always there at your disposal. Take a screenshot. Keep this by you. It's free. In terms of my game plan, is it any surprise? I'm looking for Baba right now. I got a message. There's some people who actually just buy shares of my overnight. They'll just like take Baba stock and they'll just sell it after hours. Because somebody mentioned to me, they're like, Mark, every time you call something, it's always up after hours. So there's actually a few traders in the room. I'm not going to drop their names. A few traders in the room who have full-time jobs. And what they do is they just literally wait for the tweet to come out or they log in the room if they have an opportunity. They wait to hear the name I took, and they buy it. And by this time, and when we're talking right now, they already sold out. I mean, it's amazing, how much nice follow through we've been getting. Do I get follow through 100% of the time? Of course not. But here's Baba closed at 161.46. Stock is up 74 cents after hours. I mean, again, it's not like a 10-point move. But in terms of trying to create consistent alpha 7 out of 10 days, you will easily hit your goals. Now, again, it's not a coincidence that everything Mark touches recently is just turning to gold. I was telling you this before Labor Day that it's going to get good after Labor Day. And I kept trying to tell you guys that. You will notice it. Don't worry if you haven't caught it so far. It's going to catch on. It's going to be here. Check it out. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. You're going to have so many months of beautiful things. We're going to have home run ideas for you, home run news ideas for you. We're going to have so many great algorithmic strategies to take advantage of the market that I really feel like this is going to be our time to really push to that next level yet again. And I'm very confident in what we do here. How about our Forex trades? How about our Forex trades? You want to talk transparency? You want to talk transparency? Right over here. Buy limit, sell limit, buy limit. You get buy or sell. That's long or short. You get the size US standard lots. Here's the symbol pairing I'm looking to buy or sell. Here's the price I am offering or bidding at. This is a screenshot from my live system on MetaTrader 4. You get my live quotes. If I get filled and I am wrong, I'm going to get stopped out right here. But SL is stop loss. If I am right, and it goes in my direction, I'm going to hit my take profit level right here. And again, I give you guys 100% transparency on these. For me, I've been sort of in a grind recently on this. I've been going up and then down and then up and then down, and it just feels like a wave. But, you know, I always end up higher at the end of every year, at least in the past. So obviously, future results are never indicative of past performance. I love that line when they say that. But nonetheless, everything I do here is for educational purposes, right? So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into our full stock analysis. That is for Newsbeat live level. Newsbeat Live members only. You see, cat got my tongue. Those are your stocks, my levels and thoughts, where I would look to potentially go long any of the names that you are speaking of. We're the largest, fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money. We'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening. Oop, and hmm. Oh, sorry, there's no ending today. Have a wonderful evening, guys.